7th, the third baseman, UC San Diego, number 6, Pregame. Batting 8th, the catcher from Capital University, number 8, Harrison. Batting 9th, the center fielder from Tennessee Wesleyan, number 20, and your starting pitcher from Moberly Area Community College, number 29, Grayson Bierman. The Larks are coached by field manager Will Flynn and assistant coaches Jake Sirkus and Joseph Rosenblum. And ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing and raise all hands. Contestants may render a military salute for the presentation of the colors of the Bismarck Band for Erie Knights of Columbus Volleyball.
Oh, you're getting it. I'm sorry, I overreacted. I think it's still on. That shit's due. New order, 400 millimeters. Someone's a big motor boater.
You still
And performing the Star Stable banner, Miss Bismarck Hero Rainbow Set.
when they release the next band.
We did. We flew out twice today. It's pretty common. You're gonna see the end of it.
What are you supposed to do there? What are you supposed to do? Schedule. And you did that. So why? What do you mean they're not supposed to do? What do you mean they're done here?
as West drills one into deep left field. They're going to watch this one fly. Brylan West, a grand slam. What an inning for Duluth. They have blown this one open in the top of the 8th.
Duluth Huskies baseball is on the air, and it's time for today's game.
With that, we welcome you to Bismarck Municipal Ballpark for tonight's contest between the 29 and 23 Duluth Huskies and the 21 and 33 Bismarck Larks. Just about set here from beautiful Bismarck, North Dakota, as the Huskies look for their 5th straight victory, coming off of 2 sweeps, just fresh off of a 2-game sweep in Minot against the Hot Tots, where they won 19-14 and 9-7. It was an offensive output for the Huskies over the last 2 days, and they're looking for some similar results against the struggling Bismarck pitching staff. Will Flint is going to give the ball to Grayson Ironman, making his first start this season. The sophomore from Moberly Community College has a couple of years of eligibility. Did not pitch in the spring of 2023, but just 1 inning for the Larks this season. 3 earned runs, a walk, a strikeout on July 20th in Minot. Marcus Pointer's lineup is going to go as follow. Max Coop is going to lead off. Had a great series in Minot. Jared Medham is going to hit second and play shortstop. Brandon Compton back in the DH spot hitting third. Brylan West makes his first start in a couple nights at first base. Callan Halverson in right field. Mike Hallquist, fresh off of a 3-home-run series, is at second base. Raymond Velasquez, also off of a 3-home-run series, hit 7th. Tyler Leroy in the catching spot. The birthday boy in the 8th spot. And then Adrian Davis, who didn't play last night, in the 9th spot. Just about set to begin from Bismarck. It'll be Max Coop leading off against Grayson Ironman. As the Huskies look for their 5th straight victory tonight, they'll play 1 more on the road on Wednesday and then go back home for 2 against Thunder Bay as the second half in full gear. About 17 games left. Huskies sit 3 games back. Ironman from the right side of the rubber kicks and deals, and we're underway with the fly ball into center. Going back is Leach. He has enough room up against the track to make the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out for Ironman. Already a much better start than his last appearance on July 20th. As Coop lifted that fastball pretty deep center field. On the defense for Will Flint's Bismarck Larks, Herring, we just saw Leach in center, and Hill round out the outfield. Bradley Preap, Sean Oakley, Hammond, and Biediger in the infield, and then Robbie Harrison doing the catching. In steps Jared Medham. First pitch from Ironman, lifted out towards center field again. This one a little bit deeper. Leach on the run at the track, and it is gone. Jared Medham with his 2nd home run of the season, and just like that, the Huskies have a 1-0 lead. Medham went 0 for 4 last night, had been struggling up till tonight as he takes the first pitch fastball over the center field wall, giving the Huskies an early 1-0 lead. Early swings for Coop and Medham. Medham lifted a little bit deeper than Coop and gets the result that he's been looking for the last couple of nights. The Huskies hit 10 home runs in Minot in 2 games. 7 home runs in night 1, 3 home runs a night ago. And picking up right where they left off, as they are happy to leave the deep dimensions of Wade Stadium and come to a little bit shallower ballparks. Here's Brandon Compton, who only has 1 home run on the road this season. He's approaching these shorter ballparks, trying to get more doubles. Had a triple the other night, his first triple of the season. But he sits at 7 home runs on the year. Takes first pitch strike from Ironman, and counts will go 1-1 after a fastball misses away. Compton redshirted at Arizona State this past season. Is a big part of their future and has been off to a rocket start for Duluth this season, with the average over 307, the on-base in the 400s, and the slugging into the 5s. Went 3 for 7 in 2 games against Minot with a couple of doubles. Fouls that one off left side out of play, and it's 1-2. An early start for Duluth. A home run off the bat of Jared Medham after Coop's fly out. It's one out, nobody on for Compton, and the Huskies a 1-0 lead in the top of the first. Compton, the league leader in runs batted in with 51. Fouls that one off, a curveball to the back foot. First off speed from Ironman tonight. Ironman didn't play at all in the spring of 2023, didn't find a home. Is from Columbia, Missouri, and will stay local, heading to Moberly Community College this spring. And Ironman ready for the 1-2 to Compton, who takes a changeup down, and it's 2-2. The last 5 games for Compton, he's hitting .400 with 6 runs batted in. Became the first player in the Northwoods League to 50 RBIs. Sits with 7 home runs. 2-2. A line towards right center field. It's going to get down towards the gap. Leach cuts it off, and Compton with a 1-out single. It gets by Leach, and that lets Compton go to second. So scored a single and an E8, and the Huskies are back in business. 1 out. It's going to be Brandon Compton on second base after the air from Leach had trouble fielding it towards right center field in the gap. And it's certainly been a struggle for the pitching side of things for the Larks this season, but in terms of the defense, it's also been a struggle. They've made 75 errors on the year. It's tied for the 6th most in the Northwoods League. Duluth has 1 more than them at 76. The defense has certainly been a struggle for both these teams. Here comes Brylan West with Compton on first. He takes down ball 1. West only took 1 at bat against Minot. It was a pinch hit spot in a blowout on the first game against Minot. Ended up playing left field for the first time. It was the first inning all season where Brylan West was not at first base. Headed to Florida International in the fall after 2 seasons at Northwest Florida State. West will go ahead 2-0 after taking a changeup down. Compton still on second, a 1-0 Huskies lead in the top of the first. The Huskies are looking to pounce on this Larks pitching staff that is allowing 8.33 runs a game with a 7.37 team ERA. A team whip that's just setting below 2, so the Huskies looking to be patient early on and swing at a lot of pitches in the zone. West ahead 3-0, fastball away. West has taken as many walks as anybody on the Huskies team, with the on-base percentage at .439. Been swinging a red-hot bat as well. He's got 7 runs batted in his last 7 games. The 3-0 is in there for strike 1. Doing the balls and strikes tonight is Brandon Hastings. Gary Glover is going to be on first, and Brandon Otten's on third base. So a pair of Brandons as our officials this evening. And as the 3-1 pitch comes home, West flies it out towards the foul line and right. On the chase is Biediger, and it bounces over his head, so West will get another chance. That was Aaron Biediger out there. We haven't gotten a chance to talk about him. He just joined the team recently, was not with the team when Bismarck came up to Duluth a couple of weeks ago. The team split. This ballpark was a house of horrors early in the season for Duluth. They came here the first 2 nights of the Northwoods League season, went 0-2, had leads in both games, and defensive blunders really costed them in that series, both games. 8 or 9 errors, I believe it was, in those 2 games for the Huskies. Got off to that slow 0-2 start. West awaiting the 3-2 from Ironman. And he lifts one in the air left center. Easy fly ball for Jack Herring, coming in towards second, and makes the catch for the second out. Here's the red-hot Callan Halverson in contention for the league's MVP award. But it's been a slow last couple of games for Cal. Just hitting .231 in the last 5 games. .260 in the last 10. Had a good series against Minot, but is on a 4-game hitting streak. Hasn't had a multi-hit game in a while, but went 2 for 5 against Minot in those 2 games. First pitch swinging, dribbling foul down the third base line. It's 0-1. Already 2 hits and an error in this inning against Ironman. 15 pitches. Compton still on second after that single with an E8. That led him to advance a base. 0-1 from Ironman as Cal takes away 1-1. The Huskies are going to go with Liam Thompson coming off of his best outing of the season. He's going to make his first start. One of those second half reinforcements that have come in and given the Huskies what they needed at times. At other times, it's been a struggle. 1-1. Cal lines one the other way into right. It's down, a base hit. Fielding it is Hill. Speeding around third is Compton. No throw, and just like that, it is 2-0 Duluth in the first. The Huskies scored a combined 10 runs in the first inning against Minot. In those two games, they're doing the same thing against Bismarck. As Cal doing what he's done all year and has been driving in the top of the lineup. RBI number 42 on the season for Callan Halverson. That one the other way, driving in Brandon Compton, and it's 2-0. Here's Michael Hultquist, fresh off a 3-home-run series with 9 RBI against Minot. He has 12 home runs on the season, one past the Huskies' all-time record. So he's looking to extend that record that he broke a couple nights ago in Minot. Took a first pitch ball. Here comes the next one. Up and in with the fastball. A delayed steal. Going to second is Halverson. Throw is off the bag and too late. It looked like the throw from Harrison beat Cal, who took a delayed steal. Got a really slow jump, but he's able to take the bag. That's steal number 10 on the season for Cal. Count goes 2-0 to Mikey. Cal now 180 feet away on second base, and it's 3-0. Ironman struggling to find the strike zone. Has given up some hard contact. .20 pitches for Ironman. Here's 21. It's a changeup down. Gets away from Harrison. Going to third is Callan Halverson. And the Huskies have him cornered with 2 outs in a 2-0 game. That is a walk for Hultquist, as we're going to see that a lot down the stretch. Northwoods League pitchers wanting nothing to do with him, especially in the 6th spot, getting to the softer part of the lineup. But if Raymond Velasquez, who now takes his licks in the right-hander's batter's box, keeps heating up, this Huskies lineup gets that much deeper. A 3-home-run series for Ray. He's got 5 home runs in his last 3 games. Hit 2 against Minnesota in the finale of that series a couple nights ago, and parlayed that into 3 more home runs against Minot. Takes strike 1 from Ironman. Count starts 0-1. Ray has 11 runs batted in his last 3 games. Had a grand slam 2 nights ago. Hit another home run last night. 0-1. Breaking ball comes through the back door. It's 0-2. Or the front door, I should say. Hultquist takes off for second. Ray fouls it off. Will do it again. Fastball that was sent straight back over the back screen. It's 0-2 again. It's a beautiful night for baseball here in Bismarck. Steaming temperatures into the mid-90s throughout the day. It's dropped down towards 89 at first pitch, 6:35. It's now 6:49 local time. 0-2 is up and away. Going to second, Hultquist. The throw that time gets him. It is a caught stealing as Hultquist gets gunned down, leaves Velasquez at the plate. 3 hits for the Huskies, 2 runs across. RBIs for Jared Medham and Callan Halverson. We'll be right back. You're watching Huskies baseball on the Huskies Radio Network.
Huskies fans, now that summer is here, you have more important things to do than worry about vehicle maintenance. But before you hit the open road, make sure it gets some TLC from Auto Ace Express Lube. Auto Ace Express Lube proudly features AMSOIL products, and their pros will check fluids, tires, and vacuum the interior. When you run AMSOIL, your engine will thank you with performance. Stop by at 1506 Kenwood Avenue, located in the Kenwood Shopping Center.
Welcome back. Bottom of the first here at Bismarck Municipal Ballpark. A 2 spot in the first for the Huskies as Jared Medham goes Yabo and Kellen Halverson drives in Brandon Compton. It's 2-0 in steps Jack Hearing against Liam Thompson, the 6'6" righty from Cisco Junior College, making his first start and delivers first pitch inside to Hearing. It's been a great season for Jack Hearing thus far, a .336 clip with a .442 on-base percentage. Spends his time at Rollins College, a Division II school, lines out one the other way. It's down a base hit right over third base into the left field corner. Coop fields into second is Jack Herring, and just like that, the Bismarck Larks have a leadoff double. Double number 11 on the season for Jack Herring, as the Larks have a lot of hitters that they've used this season. I'm counting into the 30s of offensive players that they've used. It's been a similar amount of pitchers that they've used, so a lot of players in and out for Will Flint's Bismarck Larks that have struggled not just in the first half, the second half as well, as they sit 21-33, 3-7 in their last 10. They're on a 3-game losing streak after dropping back-to-back games 4-3 against St. Cloud the last 2 nights. Thompson's first pitch to Nick Oakley is swung on and missed of an elevated fastball, and it's 0-1. Oakley normally in the leadoff spot, but with the hot bat of Herring, he's dropped down a spot to number 2. Was Big West All-Conference this past year and slaps a base hit into center field. Davis was playing in, so he fields, and Herring stays at third, but early trouble for Liam Thompson as the Larks have him cornered. First and third, Herring and Oakley for A.J. Kostick, who we have not seen this season. As it looks like he's making his season debut tonight. Kostick in the DH spot, an early chance to produce. And first pitch, a breaking ball that sweeps away from the right arm of Liam Thompson. Kostick from Phoenix, Arizona by way of Central Michigan University. Was with the Northwoods League in the COVID 2020 season, hasn't been here since. Takes a strike from Thompson, 1-1. Thompson deals just upstairs. Count goes 2-1 to the 3-hole hitter. Runners are at the corners. Kostick played 1 season at Wharton College in Texas, hit .334 with 4 home runs, 26 ribbies. That's ball 3, and Liam Thompson up against it for what feels like the first time all season. It's been 3 scoreless outings for Thompson, including multi-inning scoreless outings against St. Cloud and Minnesota the last 2 times out. Got roughed up a little bit against the Mud Puppies. That's down the line and a base hit off the bat of A.J. Kostick. It's going to roll all the way to the left field wall. Scoring easily is Herring. Oakley to third, and a no-out double from A.J. Kostick. 3 straight hits in the bottom of the first for the Larks, and it's 2-1. Well, we saw 16 runs in the second game against Minot and 33 runs in the first game. We could be in for another treat tonight with some fireworks. In steps Garrett Hill, cleaning up tonight. Another guy who has come in recently that we haven't seen. 4 games for him. He's been really hot. 8 for 17 in OPS with 4 digits. 1056. Takes ball 1 outside. 3 straight hits for the Larks. Oakley on third, Kostick on second after his double. That's down with the changeup, and Thompson has fallen behind a lot of the Larks hitters, and that's been the reason why they've been attacking the fastballs deep in counts but working ahead. Two of the count. Thompson deals, swung on and chopped foul to the pull side over the head of Jake Pashby, and it's 2-1. Thompson, the big 6'6" righty from Cisco Junior College. Didn't play at all for them this year, so he's still working out the kinks. 2-1 home. It's inside and hits Garrett Hill. That loads the bases. Very early trouble from Liam Thompson. His pitch count is going to be at about 80 pitches, Marcus Pointer told me before the game, but he is already up there in the first inning. After 3 straight hits and now a hit by pitch. Pitch count still just at 13, though. But bases are loaded, nobody out. Anything in play basically will score Oakley and tie the game. Anything except for an infield fly or a force out at home. The Huskies are 1-3 against the Larks this season. They scored 11 runs in the first inning against the Larks a few weeks back at Wade Stadium and then lost the next game. And obviously the sweep here in the first week of the season. First game, opening night, and the second night were here. Huskies had defensive blunders that costed them late. Clean count for Aaron Biediger. As Thompson works around the bases loaded. The big offering from the righty. It hits Biediger, back-to-back hit by pitches from Thompson, and he does not have it. It's a 2-2 game, and he has yet to record an out. Oakley scores. Kostick, Hill all advance, and Biediger aboard with just seeing 1 pitch. Command has not been an issue for Thompson this season. He's got 12 strikeouts to 5 walks and has yet to hit a batter. So after back-to-back beanballs, that brings in Luke Hammond, who we saw earlier, the redshirt freshman at Xavier. One of 3 Larks at Xavier this season. Takes strike 1 as Liam Thompson, for what feels like the first time all inning, will start a count 0-1. Hallquist and Medham playing double play depth, second and short respectively. The next offering is a fastball elevated and outside, 1-1.
Attendance levels look great. Duluth's attendance looks pretty nice. Under base attendance looks really
2-1, fastball away. Good crowd tonight in Bismarck. I'm expecting into the 1500s. 2-1 pitch home from Thompson. Lined into center field and down, a base hit. Davis fields on 1 hop. He'll fire in. It's cut off. 1 run score as everybody advances a base. And the Larks up 3-2 now, still with nobody out. 6 batters, 6 base runners. 4 hits and 2 hit by pitches. Hammond with an RBI single into center, scoring A.J. Kostick. And now Bradley Priap, the junior from UCSD. Started at Ohlone College for 2 years, went to Radford in 2022, and was part of the Big West champions this season, UCSD. Takes ball 1 away from Liam Thompson. It's 1-0 to start. Thompson deals home on the ground right side to Hallquist. Could be 2. Flips to Medham. Down to first, a double play. And Liam Thompson will surely take that. It does bring home Garrett Hill. The Larks now a 4-2 lead, but just like that, 1 pitch and the first 2 outs of the bottom of the first have finally been recorded. It's a double play for Bradley Priap, so he doesn't get the RBI, but he does drive in a run. It's 4-2. It took 7 batters, but Liam Thompson finally gets outs number 1 and 2. So runners will go at the corners. Biediger, well, just on third, my mistake. As Robbie Harrison takes strike number 1. We saw Harrison a good bit ago, and he was in his 19th to 20th game and still hadn't recorded a hit. Plays his ball at Capital University, a very good defensive catcher, though. Has a brother on the team, Ricky Harrison, in the bullpen for Will Flint. But Robbie just a 113 clip this season. He is 6 for 53. It has certainly been a struggle, so Thompson would love to get this out and end it here. 2-1 goes the count after back-to-back fastballs away. Crowd starting to file in here at Bismarck Municipal Ballpark. Foul ball down the third base line, on the ground. It's 2-2. Good count here for Thompson. Deals the 2-2 pitch. Elevated fastball taken by Robbie Harrison. Count runs full. If you're Thompson, you don't want to lose this batter. Harrison from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Just 2 runs driven in this season. Obviously no home runs, just 6 hits. 3-2 pitch home. Thompson deals a fastball that's chopped to Velasquez at third. Across the diamond to first is in time. 4 runs for the Larks. The first 4 batters come to the plate and all score. RBIs for Kostick and Hammond, and it's 4-2. Larks lead after 1 on the Huskies Radio Network. Top of the second here at Bismarck Municipal Ballpark. It's 4-2, 6 combined runs in the first inning, something we saw quite often in the Minot series. Runs ablazing as Raymond Velasquez, who was left at the plate in the first when Hallquist got caught stealing, he digs in and takes ball 1. Grayson Ironman, a tough first inning, but he got out of it with minimal damage, and he pitches with the lead. 1-0 righty to righty. Ray lines it the other way into right. Hill, a couple steps back, has a play and makes it for out number 1. But a hot shot off the bat of Raymond Velasquez, something he's done quite often in the last 5 or 6 games. Consistently hitting the ball hard and has seen quite a bit of results. Here's the birthday boy, Tyler Leroy. I asked him if he's looking for a birthday home run today. He responded with saying that he would much rather have an opposite field double. So we'll see where he goes. No on, 1 out. 4-2 game, already 7 combined hits in inning number 1. Leroy takes an elevated fastball outside for ball 1. 1 for 3 versus Minot. He did hit a home run, has a home run in 2 straight starts. Ironman winds it up, deals inside on the corner, called strike 1 as Leroy watches it go by. Next pitch home, 1-1. Inside that one goes to 2-1. Leroy headed to Southern Illinois in the spring. Now has a 3-1 count. Fastball runs down. It's a hitter's count for the Huskies catcher. They only have 2, as it's going to be Vanacini and Leroy the rest of the way. They're swapping every other day as the catcher. Leroy the off night last night. Slaps one foul straight back, 3-2. It's been a struggle the last 10 for Leroy. He's hitting just .235, 4 for 17. Has a full count pitch on its way from Ironman. Breaking ball that just misses upstairs, and a 1-out walk for Tyler Leroy. Which brings up Adrian Davis, the speedster center fielder from Northwest Florida Junior College. Had a really good season with them this spring. Hit .369. Stole a plethora of bases for them as well. He's off to a good start in the Huskies uniform. 7 for 20 in his 5 games. Last night was his first night off since he got here. Comes from Cincinnati, Ohio. Already a couple of runs driven in just the 5 games. With Leroy off first, 1 away in the top of the second. Huskies down 4-2. Davis swings away and slaps it foul the other way. Ironman goes from the stretch. Leroy off first. Davis takes away, gets a little bit away from Harrison, but he's able to keep the catcher Leroy on first. One count, runner on first, 1 out in the top of the second. Leroy a big lead off of first as Davis takes called strike 2. Count goes to 1-2. Ironman takes a couple looks at Leroy, back towards the plate from the set. Leroy takes off. Davis takes called strike 3. Into second is Tyler Leroy with a stolen base, but Davis goes down looking for out number 2. We don't see many stolen bases from Leroy, but that is his 8th of the season. Often stealing bases as the trail runner, but that time going full head of steam into the bag with 2 strikes. So moves into scoring position for Max Coop with 2 outs. After the Davis strikeout, the Velasquez lineout started the first. Back to the top of the lineup with the newly committed Gonzaga Bulldog as Coop watches strike 1 go by, a breaking ball at the knees. Pretty big outfield here in Bismarck. Gaps are pretty deep, 0-1. Grounded foul right over towards the third base dugout. It's quickly 0-2 to Max Coop. He went 4 for 6 against Minot with a home run yesterday. That was the first bat flip for Max Coop all season, and his 4th home run. Average sitting at .321. Looking for his 30th ribby of the season. 0-2 pitch from Ironman home. Coop fouls it off. The mask of Harrison, and it's still 0-2. Looks like it got Brandon Hastings, the home plate umpire, so he's going to have to walk it off. Quick delay on the field. Two away, runner on second, and Tyler Leroy. Max Coop ready for the 0-2. Ironman deals, and it's swung on and missed the breaking ball that was down. Coop couldn't handle it. It's a strikeout for Ironman that leaves a runner in scoring position as we go to the bottom of the second. 4-2 Bismarck leads on the Huskies Radio Network.
Damaged auto glass is a drag. Let City Auto Glass make the process simple and get you fixed up safely and efficiently. They work with all insurance carriers and do the most of the legwork to make your glass claim process simple and stress-free. All City Auto Glass work is warranted for as long as you own the vehicle too. Visit cityautoglass.com to learn more. Employee-owned City Auto Glass. Your safety, our business.
Bottom of the second here in Bismarck, Huskies and Larks. Huskies looking for their 5th straight win. They trail 4-2 against Bismarck as Liam Thompson looking for a easier economical inning. Scoring around the bunt is Dante Leach, the center fielder. It's fouled off the other way. It's 0-1. 26 pitches for Liam Thompson in the first inning. 4 hits, 4 runs, 1 left on. The first 6 batters for the Larks reach base. 4 of them scored. Elevated fastball misses away. It's 1-1. Leach, a .241 hitter in 16 games this season for Bismarck. Fouls it off. Good fastball from Thompson. Ran in on the hands. It's 1-2. Thompson looking for an easy out. Starting his inning, and he gets it with a strikeout. Pulled the string on a changeup. And the first strikeout for Liam Thompson is recorded. Quickly 1 away as we go back to the top of the Larks lineup. That sent the first 6 batters on base in the first inning. It's been a very good strikeout to walk ratio for Thompson on the season. And he's looking to mirror that as he goes deeper in this game. Here's Herring, who led the first inning off with a double. Swings away at the first pitch and a big bang off the upper concourse. The Larks leader in home runs with 7. He is a red-hot bat with 34 runs batted in on the season. .311 in his last 10 games. He's played each of the last 10 games for Bismarck, has driven in 15 and scored 14 times. 0-1 home. Curveball drops to the back foot and low, 1-1. Next one sent on the ground. It takes a weird hop, but Hallquist able to glove it cleanly and gets it to first. That one took a big hop, approaching the dirt right off the grass, and Hallquist had to wait a little bit. It rearranged, and he's able to glove it for out number 2. When the Huskies were here opening week for for the first 2 games. Locally, a .395 hitter in his last 10 games. He's been really hot with the stick. And takes ball 1 low. Thompson working quick from the stretch. Kicks and deals the 1-1. Sent high in the air, straight away center field. Hallquist and Davis out there. Davis comes in, calls him off, and makes a snowball catch. It's a 1-2-3 clean inning for Liam Thompson. Just what he needed as he keeps the pitch count low, throws just 9 pitches, and retires the side in order. We're going to step aside. Top of the 3rd coming up on the Huskies Radio Network.
Huskies fans, when searching for your new or new-to-you vehicle, as a proud supporter of our very own Huskies and our Duluth community, Volkswagen of Duluth provides you with a fantastic selection of new, used, and certified pre-owned vehicles to view and test drive. From the affordable Jetta sedan and Taos crossover to the 3-row Atlas with enough room for the entire family and all your outdoor activity gear, Volkswagen of Duluth has your solution. Contact us today for your exclusive Volkswagen experience. Volkswagen of Duluth, your local sponsor for our Duluth Huskies.
He'll be frozen by the end of the night. That's the good spot.
Take care of the broadcasters.
Plus, if you take notes, John, he's a Yankees fan. He's a good guy.
Well, no, he's not, because he's not going to the All-Star game.
Top of the 3rd here in Bismarck as Jared Medham digs in, hit the home run in the 1st. They like me here so much they want me to come back for the All-Star game. I'm being hounded. Ironman and Thompson worked the clean 2nd inning after a rough 1st. Dribbled down the 3rd base line off the bat of Medham. Preap fields cleanly and fires to 1st. 1 pitch, 1 out for Ironman, who threw just 13 pitches in the 2nd. Worked around a 1-out walk to Leroy and has an easy 1st out against Medham, who hit the home run off of Ironman in the 1st. Scored a 5-3 off of 1 pitch. So 54 combined pitches for the 2 starters in the 1st inning and 22 combined pitches for them in the 2nd. Ironman looking for a replication of the 2nd inning here in the 3rd. He'll deal with Brendan Compton, who singled and scored in the 1st. Takes ball high, breaking ball elevated, 1-0. Righty to lefty. As Compton whacks a fly ball high in the air, left center field. Herring back at the wall, and Brandon Compton hits one off of the scoreboard in left field. A big blast for B Comp, number 8 on the season, and he towers one the opposite field. It is 4-3, a much-needed home run for Brandon Compton. He's inching his way towards double digits, as that was hit a mile long off the bat of Brandon Compton. Just his 2nd home run on the road this season, and finally taking advantage of coming to these smaller ballparks away from Wade Stadium. First pitch to Brylan West is up and away. So the Huskies doing damage with the home run ball as expected. That's their 12th home run of the road trip. They hit 10 against Minot. 2-0 as Ironman buzzes the tower of Brylan West, and the count goes 2-0. Compton, West, Halverson, and Hallquist as good of a middle of the lineup as it gets in the Northwoods League, a lineup that is scoring more runs than every team in the league except for Wilmer. They lead the lead in all of batting average, slugging, and on base. An .865 team OPS. Clears the rest of the field by 30 points as West fouls off the 2-0 pitch, goes 2-1. Next pitch from Ironman is home and on the outside corner, but low, 3-1. West flew out to left in the first. Had a good series against the Mud Puppies, 4 for 8 with 5 runs batted in, out in front of that one and sends it out of play. Three balls and 2 strikes, pitch home. West chops it foul right into the hands of Jake Pashby. Ironman home with the 3-2. West takes a breaking ball inside corner, first strike 3 as West looks at the knee buckler from Grayson Ironman. Strikeout number 2 for the Moberly Community College product. And there's 2 outs as the Larks cling on to a 1-run lead. A good breaking ball that entered through the front door at the knees of Brylan West, and the 6'4" righty had no chance but to watch it go by for strike 3. In steps Callan Halverson, who singled and scored Brandon Compton back in the first. No one on, 2 outs. Ironman up to 51 pitches. 10 so far this inning. First pitch to Cal, misses away and up. Cal on a 4-game hitting streak, but hasn't gotten a multi-hit game in quite some time. As the Huskies trail by just 1 here in the third. 1-0 home inside. Cal takes ball 2. And one at 85 miles an hour, according to the radar gun here. And ahead 3-0 is Callan Halverson, the Utah Valley product. Utah Valley came so close to making the tournament, but Cal made the All-MVC tournament team. .3-0 to Cal. And it's ball 4. A 4-pitch walk as Halverson's aboard with a 2-out walk. Here is the Northwoods League leader in home runs, Mike Hallquist, who walked and was caught stealing in the first. A heck of a series for Hallquist against Minot. Went 4 for 8 with 3 home runs, drove in 9 runs. Took advantage of those short dimensions with 2 opposite field home runs. The one he hit last night was a big blast to the pole side, deep into left. Count starts 1-0, fastball runs high. .13 pitches in the inning for Ironman, who's given up the solo home run to Compton. And the walk to Halverson. 1-0 pitch is a breaking ball that just misses a little low. It's 2-0. Ironman an out away from leaving the inning with the lead. On the 2-0, Mikey looks at it, go by. It's a little low, 3-0. Huskies are being very patient with pitchers out of the strike zone. They have not chased. They've gone down looking now 3 times. And Hallquist the 3-0. He watches strike number 1 as it enters through the front door with the fastball. It's 3-1. Hallquist takes ball 4 just a little bit outside, and then 2 walks for Hallquist tonight. Back-to-back 2-out walks for Ironman. As in steps the red-hot Raymond Velasquez, licking his chops, but out comes Will Flint first. We'll see if this is going to be a pitching change. Doesn't look like it is, but you never know with Mr. Will Flint. One of the Northwoods League all-time leaders in wins. Has been around for multiple decades. Flint, the Northwoods League Coach of the Year in 2019 with the Wisconsin Rapids Raptors. The team went 46-26 that year. This season, he's hit 100 wins as the Larks manager. He's going to leave Ironman in the game. So Ray, a fresh count, with Halverson on second, Hallquist on first. 2 outs, the Huskies looking to at least tie it here, and a good spot to do so with the hot Velasquez at the plate. Ironman kicks and deals. First offering is lined down the left field line, hooking, and it is fair into the left field corner. Halverson scores easily. Hallquist being waved around third. Throw home is cut off, and Raymond Velasquez gives the Huskies the lead with a 2 RBI, 2-out double into the left field corner. It is his 13th RBI in the last 4 games. The red-hot Vanderbilt Commodore does it again here, this time in Bismarck. What a road trip it's been for Raymond Velasquez. As the back-to-back walks coming back to haunt Grayson Ironman. And the Huskies have scored 3 this inning. It's 5-4. First pitch to Tyler Leroy is swung on and lifted in the air right field straight away. Hill, battling the sun, comes in and makes a catch with 2 hands. The 2-out walks from Grayson Ironman come back to bite him in the back as Ray Velasquez clears the bases with a 2 RBI double along with the home run from Brandon Compton. The Huskies take a 5-4 lead, middle of the 3rd on the Huskies Radio Network.
Support for the Huskies comes from Bent Paddle Brewing Company in Duluth's Lincoln Park Craft District, featuring Bent Paddle's World Beer Cup bronze medal winner, Bent Hop IPA. The star flagship of Bent Paddle is available throughout Wade Stadium as well as Minnesota, Wisconsin, and the Dakotas. And introducing for the first time, canned Wade Wit. You can pick up a Wade Wit here at the stadium or at Bent Paddle's Brew House on Michigan Street.
So what looked like an easy peasy inning for Grayson Ironman as he gives up a home run, 2 walks, and a 2-out, 2 RBI double for Ray Velasquez. It's 5-4 as now Liam Thompson pitches with the lead. Gave up 4 runs in the first, a 1-2-3 second for him on just 9 pitches, looking to replicate that in the bottom of the third. 5-4 Huskies lead. They have 5 hits to the Larks 4. First pitch home to the 3-hitter. A.J. Kostick is an elevated fastball that misses for ball 1. Kostick doubled and scored back in the first. Back in that inning, the Larks sent the first 6 batters on base. And the 1-0 home, Thompson deals inside and up with the fastball. Quickly behind 2-0 to Kostick. Thompson just with the fastball, slider, changeup. He has to work ahead as he did in his last start or his last outing against Minnesota. Delivers a fastball that's swung on and sent to center field in the air. Kostick retired as Adrian Davis puts it away for out number 1. Even when Thompson falls behind, he still has the stuff to work his way back into counts and get instant swings. Here's Garrett Hill, was hit by a pitch in the first. He came around to score. Thompson hit Hill and Biediger, who's on deck with a pitch in the first. Back-to-back guys. And takes the first pitch strike. Oh, 1 to Hill. Thompson deals, chopped to third. Velasquez, but it is foul as it was off his front foot. Tough to see from my view. I am being blocked by a window. Good crowd tonight, as I mentioned, here in Bismarck. I always get a good bunch of fans into the 4 digits. 0-2 pitch home, and it's behind Garrett Hill. Almost hits him. Thompson is lucky that that pitch got too far away from him. As anything more inside, it was going to hit Hill again. Hill takes a breaking ball away, 2-2. A 471 clip in just 5 games for Hill. We didn't see him when Bismarck made the trip to Wade a couple weeks ago. Newly joined the Bismarck squad. 2-2 pitch home. Fouled off a good fastball from Thompson that was elevated top of the strike zone. Looked like it was going to blow it by him, and Hill just fouled it off. What we expect to become a back-and-forth game has been exactly that. Already 3 lead changes. And a 2-2 pitch home from Thompson to Hill. Takes strike 3 on the outside corner. A good slider that sweeps through the strike zone and retires Garrett Hill for out number 2. So Liam Thompson has retired 7 straight batters after allowing the first 6 to reach base, and there's 2 away here in the third. Second strikeout for Liam Thompson. And first pitch strike to Aaron Biediger, who Thompson also hit. Next pitch outside, 1-1. And now a 1-1 home. Biediger fouls it straight back on the ground. It's 1-2. A good start for to the season for Biediger as well. Another new reinforcement. Just 1 game for him. So he takes outside 2-2. 5-4 game, Huskies lead. 2 home runs already, one from Medham, one from Compton. Nobody on, 2 away here in the bottom of the third. Thompson looking to retire 8 straight. Here's the Deuces pitch home. It's swung on and floated out towards the infield. Thompson calls it, but Brylan West bangs into him. Wow, those are 2 big boys making a big-time collision as they give a little bro hug after Thompson hangs on. So Brylan West comes in from first base and shoulder budges Liam Thompson all the way to the ground. That's 6-6 hitting the deck. But nonetheless, 8 straight retired for Liam Thompson. We go to the 4th. 5-4 Huskies lead on the Huskies Radio Network. Top of the fourth here in Bismarck. Huskies with a good third inning. 5-4 the lead. They scored 3 in the top and a strong 1-2-3 inning once again for Liam Thompson. He's got 2 strikeouts, has retired the last 9 batters he's faced. Actually make it 8 because of the double play. First 6 batters in the first came to the plate and has not allowed a base runner since. Adrian Davis leads off and takes ball 1 from Grayson Ironman, who goes right back on the rubber. The long wind-up pitch home. Davis squares around, pulls back, and takes an elevated fastball for ball 2. Davis struck out looking, was the first victim of the strikeout against Ironman tonight. He sits with 3. All of them have been looking on good breaking balls. But behind here to Davis, 2-0 home. Another fastball misses up and away to the arm side, and it's 3-0. Davis way ahead, and it hits him on 3-0. So what would have been a walk, Davis gets credited with a hit by pitch, and he's aboard to lead off the top of the fourth as the Huskies look to extend this lead. Point A, get Ironman out of the game and start to attack the Larks bullpen, which, to say it lightly, they've struggled. One of the league's worst. Bismarck really struggled for most of the season last year and just hasn't quite had that stretch of good play this year. But they've had the Huskies number 3-1 against them. There's strike 1 to Max Coop. Good fastball on the outside corner. Coop originally squared around to bunt but pulled back. And Ironman the 0-1. Breaking ball that comes at the knees, and it's in there for strike 2. Coop thought it was a ball, but Brandon Hastings said, "You're going to be behind 0-2, my friend." Good 73 miles per hour on that Uncle Charlie to get ahead of Coop 0-2. Coop's 5 for his last 8. He's 0 for 2 tonight. So had a really good series against Minot. Pitch count is getting up there. 28, 13, and 21 in 3 innings for Ironman. Nobody on with Davis on first. The 0-2 to Coop is swung on and missed. The changeup that Coop whiffs at. He has struck out twice tonight. And quickly, the first out has been recorded. That's the 4th strikeout, my mistake, from Grayson Ironman against his Huskies lineup. As now he'll deal with Medham and Compton back-to-back, who have homered against him. Each of them have a couple of Cali kids. Medham from Half Moon Bay, attends St. Mary's. Davis off first, 1 away, and the pitch to Medham is down, ball 1. Count starts 1-0. Medham 1 for 2, went 0 for 4 last night. Pitched in game 1 against Minot, almost blew the whole game open. Davis is going to get picked off as the throw in time. No, they're going to call a balk. Oh, he must have moved that front foot. A balk has been called against Grayson Ironman, who had Adrian Davis as a sitting duck, but one could argue Davis got so far off first because of the balk. He must have moved his front foot to try to deceive the runner Davis, and Gary Glover saw it immediately. So a good break for the Huskies as Ironman lets Davis get to second with 1 man out. Davis hopping off second, and the pitch to Medham is away and in the dirt, gets past Harrison. Davis takes a big turn around third, and the Huskies have a runner on third with 1 out. Scored a pass ball, or probably a wild pitch, I would say. There's a strike. Count goes to 2-1 against Jared Medham. Medham, a good start to the season for him. Just played in 15 games. Came for the second half. Has given the Huskies good stability at shortstop. That's ball 3 down with the changeup from Ironman. And Medham way ahead in a hitter's count. And the 3-1. Medham grounds it towards the middle. It's into center field, a base hit. Easily scoring is Adrian Davis, and Jared Medham with 2 ribbies this evening. It's 6-4 Huskies as they extend their lead in the 4th. Medham got a good pitch to hit on 3-1 and grounded it right back up the middle. So here is big bad Brandon Compton. Has scored twice, doubled, or singled, my mistake, and home run in the 3rd. Takes his at-bats here in the 4th. They've been getting to Ironman. Compton looking for more. Takes a breaking ball at the knees for strike 1. Good looking pitch to get ahead of Compton 0-1. Obviously not the pitch Compton was looking for on the first pitch. Got a good fastball that he hit over the wall. That is ripped into right field. A base hit, takes a weird hop and bounces through the glove of Hill all the way to the wall. Scoring easily is Medham. Into 3rd is Brandon Compton, but he's going to have to go back to 2nd because the ball got caught in the ivy. So Brandon Compton robbed of a triple, as you're not going to give an error to Hill there. Took a ridiculous hop, never had a chance. So thank the Bismarck outfield grass for that weird hop, and Brandon Compton has a double. He is now a triple away from the cycle this evening. And I think by rule, they're going to send Medham back to 3rd. Some confusion out here, as by rule, Medham on a ground rule double should go from 1st to 3rd. But Medham is going back to the first base dugout as if he scored safely. So they're going to rule that Medham would have scored easily because the ball got so far past Hill. So they can do that on a ground rule double if the umpires judge that the runner would have scored. But also you could argue that Compton would have been to 3rd. This is the ruling that really costed the Huskies a couple of weeks ago against Eau Claire when Max Coop cleared the bases to tie the game, but everybody was sent back a base because the ball got jammed under the wall. So obviously some inconsistencies with that rule. It is up to the umpire's judgment in that case, as they're going to give Compton 2nd and send Medham home. It's 7-4, scored an RBI double for Compton. As Brylan West takes ball 1 down, it gets past Harrison, and Compton goes to 3rd. Such a weird rule with the ground rule double, even though technically it didn't bounce over the wall. It got caught in the ivy. Maybe you guys should trim that so the ball doesn't, get caught in there all the time. Just trim the ivy. 2-0. West 0 for 2 with strikeout and a flyout. And takes away 3-0. And on 4 pitches, Brandon Compton takes a walk. Two runs across here for the Huskies in the 4th. As Wolf Flint comes out and chats with Grayson Ironman, looking for a little bit more length to try to avoid having to go into that bullpen that has been depleted. They're coming off of 2 impressive pitching performances against St. Cloud. Back-to-back 4-3 losses. This looks like Ironman is going to stay in the game, and he is. Will Flint is talking with Brandon Hastings. Could be about the ground rule double a couple of batters ago. There's first pitch strike to Callan Halverson. And 1-1, Halverson chops it foul off the wall and over the third base dugout behind the count 1-2. He's walked and singled tonight with a run scored. And the 1-2 home. Callan Halverson drives it to right center and down off the end of the bat for a base hit. Compton goes from third to home and scores. And the Huskies have 3 more here in the fourth. It's 8-4 off of Grayson Ironman. As Callan Halverson with a good 2-strike swing whips it off the end of the bat the other way. Just drops in front of Hill. And Will Flint he has seen enough. He's going to pull Grayson Ironman from this game after allowing 8 earned runs. 2 in the first, 3 in the fourth, and now 3 more in the fifth. We're going to step aside on the Huskies Radio Network. Back in Bismarck, top of the fourth. Huskies have 3 across with 1 out. Newly into the game is Jackson Meyer. Don't close the book on Grayson Ironman just yet, as he is responsible for West on second and Halverson on first. Meyer, 6'2", 210 from Northwest Missouri State, is a Northwoods League alum, played with Green Bay in 2022 and 9 1/3 innings under his belt this season for Bismarck. A 4.82 ERA, is one of the better relievers in the Larks bullpen for Will Flint. First pitch outside to Mike Hultquist, who has walked twice. So again, Ironman responsible for both runners on base. And as of now, he went 3 1/3, 5 hits, 4 earned runs, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts. Hultquist fouls one off. It's 1-1. Hultquist with 12 home runs, the league leader. Swings at a fastball. Good pitch from Meyer. Right by him, 1-2. Hultquist just committed to Ball State. Spent 2 seasons at Minnesota Crookston, but has been so good this season. Got a great Division I offer. Line drive left field, down a base hit off the bat of Hultquist. Everybody goes a base. And Hultquist into the hit column tonight. He's been aboard all 3 times. And the Huskies have the bases loaded. West and Halverson on third and second respectively belong to Grayson Ironman, as Hultquist just flicked a base hit over the head of Oakley at short and to left. And in steps Raymond Velasquez. Ripped a 2 RBI double down the line in the fourth, or in the third. That's hit towards third. They're going to go home after Preap Fields on a hop. Harrison dropped it, but stepped on home plate after recovering, so they only get 1. It's a fielder's choice for Ray. Loads the bases again, but no damage done for Bismarck. Could have been a horror if that ball got past Harrison, but he's able to glove it and pick it back up. Out number 2 is recorded. Now Tyler Leroy, the birthday boy, digs in with the bases loaded. And first pitch to Leroy, swung on and missed. A good fastball at 88, right by Ty. He has walked and flew out to right. A 2-game homer streak. Got the night off last night, obviously, with the every other day catching situation. 8-4 Huskies lead. Bases are loaded with them, West, Halverson, and Hultquist. Third, second to first. Leroy watches a breaking ball come through the front door, and it's 0-2. Meyer looking to avoid the damage, close the book on Ironman, and get out of this inning with just a 4-run deficit instead of a lot more. Huskies haven't been great with the bases loaded this season as Leroy swings through strike 3. A powerful fastball from Jackson Meyer leaves the bases loaded in the fourth. The Huskies get 3 more on a couple of RBI knocks from Jared Medham and Brandon Compton. We go to the bottom of the fourth. 8-4 Huskies on the Huskies Radio Network. Oh, yeah, that's right. So that one was Luke Hammond leads off the bottom of the fourth against Liam Thompson, who has been gifted with 6 unanswered runs by his offense. It's 8-4 Duluth. As we begin play in the bottom of the fourth on the Huskies Radio Network, Jake Sirkus with you this evening. Thanks for being with us. And the first pitch to Hammond is a fastball inside that's popped straight up. Shallow center field, shallow enough for Mike Hallquist to make the move. A couple steps to his right from second base to make the catch and quickly one away. That is now 9 straight batters that Thompson has recorded. 10 straight outs as he got the double play for outs number 1 and 2 in the first. The first 6 batters reached base against Thompson in the first, and he has retired everybody since then as he has really settled down. Just 9 pitches in the second, 13 in the third, sitting at 49 pitches. Another high pop-up off the bat of Bradley Priat. This one goes to right as Kellen Halverson ranges over to make the grab. And 2 pitches, 2 outs for Liam Thompson. That was his 50th pitch. And before I can even catch my breath, the Larks have been retired back-to-back times on back-to-back first pitches to begin play in the bottom of the fourth. So very impressive. 10 straight batters retired by Liam Thompson. First pitch, check swing from Robbie Harrison, and he did not go around on an elevated fastball. It's 1-0. Thompson has now worked very quick from the stretch. Delivers a fastball, swung on, foul back. Closing the book on Grayson Ironman. Goes 3 1/3, 5 hits, 8 runs, 7 earned. Walked 5 and struck out 4. Not the day he wanted in his first start of the season. The 1-1 pitch is fouled off to the ground in the pole side. It's 1-2 now. 8-4 the score. Huskies in front. They're looking to pull this game and pace it the rest of the way. On the 1-2, Harrison nicks it foul to the screen straight back. Another good fastball from Thompson, sitting about 85 to 87, has dropped in a couple good breaking balls, can pull the string as well. Robbie Harrison has really struggled this season. Thompson looking to retire his 11th straight. On the 1-2, elevates the fastball. Harrison watches it for ball 2. Again, Thompson loves to work quick. Deuces pitch home, fastball outside corner just off the plate. That outside corner for Brandon Hastings has not been there tonight. Ironman put a few perfectly on the corner but didn't get the call, so it's been consistent. Runs the count full with 2 outs, nobody on. Thompson kicks and deals and delivers a fastball that swung on and missed right by Robbie Harrison. Strikeout number 3 for Liam Thompson. He's retired 10 straight and is through the fourth with a 4-run lead. It's 8-4 Duluth. We'll be right back on the Huskies Radio Network.
Huskies fans, now that summer is here, you have more important things to do than worry about vehicle maintenance. But before you hit the open road, make sure it gets some TLC from Auto Ace Express Lube. Auto Ace Express Lube proudly features AMSOIL products, and their pros will check fluids, tires, and vacuum the interior. When you run AMSOIL, your engine will thank you with performance. Stop by at 1506 Kenwood Avenue, located in the Kenwood Shopping Center.
Damaged auto glass is a drag. Let City Auto Glass make the process simple and get you fixed up safely and efficiently. They work with all insurance carriers and do the most of the legwork to make your glass claim process simple and stress-free. All City Auto Glass work is warranted for as long as you own the vehicle too. Visit cityautoglass.com to learn more. Employee-owned City Auto Glass. Your safety, our business.
Welcome back. Bottom of the fourth. Jake Sirkus with you this evening. Huskies and Larks. Huskies looking for their 5th straight win. It will be their 30th victory of the season. Something they didn't get last year until early August. They have a chance to do it in late July this year. Adrian Davis leads off as he led off the 4th, so the Huskies batted around, sent all 9 to the plate. An inning ago with 3 runs, left the bases loaded. Davis swung at the first pitch and missed, and now down 0-2. A good fastball from Jackson Meyer, who limited the damage after Grayson Ironman just finishing 3 1/3. Gave up 8 runs, 7 earned. Meyer came in, got the last 2 outs, a ground out and a strikeout. High chopper left side. Oakley, good pick, ranges over, makes the throw as he charges in towards the mound to get the speedy Davis. Davis fall behind 0-2 and grounds out. So Jackson Meyer with 3 straight outs. Newly into the game, back to the top of the lineup for the Huskies. It's Max Coop, who's 0-3 with 2 strikeouts. Was the only Husky to not reach base at least once against Jackson or against Grayson Ironman. As this is not Max Coop, this is Jake Brill. He's going to pinch hit for Coop. So maybe Coop hurt after an 0-3 start, or looking to get Brill some run. A new Husky from Western Michigan. Brill has yet to start a game for the Huskies, but has played in almost every game since he's been here, thanks to some pinch hit opportunities. Was a defensive replacement in both games against Minot. Quickly ahead 2-0. So we'll see what he can do with the bat. Swinging away, floats it out shallow right field and down a base hit as it just reaches the glove of Hill on a hop. And Jake Brill with his 2nd hit in a Huskies uniform. He had 1 in Minot. He is aboard with 1 out in the top of the 5th. Good 2-0 swing going with that fastball. That was on the outer half. Not doing too much. Caught it off the end of the bat a little bit, but able to get enough exit velocity to get it over the head of Hammond on second base. 1 out base runner for Duluth. In steps Jared Medham with the home run in the 1st. Drove in Adrian Davis with a single back in the 4th. Brill can run a little bit. As Meyer, that was the first base runner he's allowed. That was the Huskies' 10th hit as well. Swinging away is Medham and sends it foul behind home plate. Good pitch with the fastball on the outside corner. It's a called strike, 0-2. Medham down 0-2. Fishes in the dirt, a good slider at 81, a hard slider that had some bite as it ends up in the dirt, forcing Jared Medham to swing right through it. Second time he's been retired. He's now 2 for 4, and the first strikeout for Jackson, or second strikeout for Jackson Meyer for out number 2 in the 5th. Brandon Compton, who has had a good night, a triple shy of the cycle. Count starts 1-1 to Compton for a called strike and a ball at the ankles. Ball and a strike to B Comp. Hard liner into left center. It's dropping quick into the glove of Herring, who makes a running catch coming in towards the infield. We're going to step aside. We're halfway home here in Bismarck, kind of flying through it. 8-4 Huskies on the Huskies Radio Network. Bottom of the 5th, Larks looking to get moving as we begin play. It's 8-4 Huskies, thanks to 6 unanswered runs after a 4-2 Larks lead after the first inning. Liam Thompson has retired 11 straight batters since the first inning and delivers ball 1 outside to Dante Leach. Pitch count sitting pretty at 60 when you realize that he has given up 4 runs in the first inning, almost reached 30, but has cooled down. A couple of strikeouts. Fouled off from Leach, 1-1. Next pitch home, righty to lefty. Delivers at the knees, but a little too far low. It's 2-1 now to Leach. He's 0 for 1 with the strikeout. Some of the Huskies have already reached the plate or came to the plate 4 times. This is Leach's just second plate appearance. 2-1. Off the end of the bat, fouled off. Count goes 2-2. Temperatures now under 90 degrees here in Bismarck. A steamy afternoon that is turning into a steaming hot night. Elevates the fastball and swung on and missed. Strikeout number 4 for Liam Thompson. And he has really settled down. He's turning this into a very productive outing. Marcus Pointer told me he's going to be capped at 80 pitches. So he's got about 17 left. And a first pitch changeup drops down at the knees of Jack Herring for strike one. Herring swings at the 0-1, floats it into center field. Davis comes on, can't make the catch, fields it on a hop. And the Larks have their first base runner since there were no outs in the first. Caught that one off the end of the bat. A good changeup from Thompson, but he threw it on back-to-back pitches, and a good hitter like Jack Herring able to see it and caught just enough wood to send it out to center field for a one-out single. Well, we thank you for joining us tonight as the Huskies go for their 5th straight win. Larks on a 3-game losing streak. They've been playing not so good baseball. 3 and 7 in their last 10. Nick Oakley takes ball 1. That was pitch number 66 from Liam Thompson. So maybe at least Marcus Pointer would like for him to at least finish this inning. 1-0 home, high chopper right side and foul over the head of Brylin West, but to the right of the bag. Not a cloud in the sky tonight surrounding Bismarck Municipal Ballpark. The home run ball has helped the Huskies again, as it did in Minot. They've now hit 12 home runs in their last 3 games, including this one. Out to left center field off the bat of Oakley, towards the gap, and into the glove of Max Coop, who makes a nice catch. Good jump off the bat for Max Coop, able to range over. Easy peasy for out number 2. Liam Thompson has done a really good job of pitching to contact, but also has 4 strikeouts. No walks is the key. Obviously, the 2 hit by pitches in the first ended up hurting him, as one of them scored to the tune of 4 total runs, but hasn't allowed a runner to reach second base since that inning. Just 1 hit since then. First pitch swinging is A.J. Kostick, a lazy fly ball to center field. Davis had some trouble judging it, but is able to come in and dive to make the catch. So an unnecessary web gem from Adrian Davis retires A.J. Kostick, and Liam Thompson is cruising through 5. We're going to step aside. It's 8-4 Duluth after 5. You are listening to Huskies Baseball on the Duluth Huskies Radio Network. Top of the 6th here in Bismarck. Brylin West will lead off against Jackson Meyer in cleanup duty, looking to keep the game where it's at. West takes a fastball at the knees for strike 1 at 91. A good pitch from Jackson Meyer. He's been lighting the radar gun up, or lighting up the radar gun in his brief outing. Hard slider, dives down in the dirt, 1-1. Meyer has completed 1 2/3. 2 hits, no runs, no walks, 2 strikeouts. One, West out in front, checks his swing and takes ball 2 on a slider. Meyer has a curveball and a slider. The slider is a little bit hard at 80-81 with the curveball dropping in the mid-70s. So he's got 3 different speeds. We haven't seen a changeup from him. And the 2-1, West, hard ground ball through the left side and a base hit for Brylan West. He's reached base in back-to-back plate appearances after starting 0 for 2. And a leadoff single for Duluth as West reaches. A fastball that ran inside. West turned and hammered it. One hopped into the outfield. Brings up Cal. Has reached base all 3 times. 2 singles and a walk. An RBI single last time out that scored Jared Medham. Takes a curveball in the dirt. Skips away from Harrison. It's been a struggle for him tonight as West goes to second. When you have someone like Brylan West who does not run much, you really want to make sure that you're keeping those balls in front. It feels like even more of a free base than it is if there was a speedster on first. But with someone like West, the only way he's going to second is if a ball gets away. Out in the air to center field, off the bat of Callan Halverson. Easy play for Leach. And he drops it. Oh my goodness, he dropped the ball. Halverson trying for second, he's in there. A routine fly ball for Leach out in center field, and he straight up dropped it. Score that an E8. That's the second error for Dante Leach in center field tonight, and the Huskies are set up with a golden chance to extend this lead. Something you rarely ever see from college kids at this level. It wasn't a major league pop-up or anything outstretched towards that imagination. It was just a lazy fly ball. Leach didn't have to move much, and he just couldn't see it into his glove. Free swinging is Mike Hultquist comes up empty, and count starts 0-1. Good base running from Callan Halverson as he goes all the way to second on the dropped fly ball from Dante Leach in center field. West at third, as he obviously had to hold up, so couldn't score. A hard fastball on the outside corner from Meyer. It's 0-2. This Larks team is a very different team than what they were the last time the Huskies came to this ballpark, as they are making the mistake that the Huskies made in that series. Larks won both those games. Good fastball, but misses high. Elevated 1-2 to Hultquist. West on third, Halverson on second. Nobody out. The infield's going to come in. Big gap right side. Hultquist swings through strike 3. A powerful fastball in the 9s, and Hultquist down swinging. A missed opportunity for the league leader in home runs, as he's retired for the first time tonight. We are in the top of the 6th as Raymond Velasquez digs in. He's 1 for 3, a 2 RBI double in the 4th, swinging the red-hot stick. And Velasquez told me in a post-game interview at Wade a couple nights ago that he's been finding himself. He's learned a lot about himself with the way he's struggled, picked himself up, has worked his tail off in the cages, and has learned a lot about himself this summer as he heads back to Vanderbilt and will try to win a spot in the corner infield for the Commodores in 2024. So a crucial summer and fall incoming for Raymond Velasquez, and he's off to a good start in the last week or so. A 1-1 count as he watches a fastball come through the middle of the zone at 90 miles an hour. From Lowell, Massachusetts, one of the premier prospects in the class of 2022. Watches a changeup at 80. That was the first changeup we've seen from Meyer. Meyer is going to go from the stretch. Kicks and deals a 2-1. Velasquez hard liner in the air right field. Hill makes the catch. It's going to be an easy tag for West. The throw goes to third, and Halverson is in standing up. It is a sac fly for Raymond Velasquez. RBI number 3 for him tonight. He's got 12 ribbies in his last 3 games, including this one. And it's 9-4 Huskies in the 6th. A good 2-1 swing for Velasquez. Didn't quite get it over the head of Hill, but he was playing pretty deep. Easy tag for West. He scores. Halverson again goes to third. That's out number 2 and RBI number 3 on the night for Ray. First pitch hard inside to Tyler Leroy, who is 0 for 2 with a walk. The birthday boy looking for some birthday magic. On the 1-0, Leroy takes an elevated fastball way too high out of the zone for ball 2. Jackson Meyer now sitting at 36 pitches. It was 84 for Ironman. 2-0. Leroy ahead 3-0. Changeup runs down and in the dirt. Good stop from Harrison. And a 3-0 pitch incoming. Leroy watches a get-me-over fastball coming through the strike zone for strike 1. It's 3-1. Leroy with 18 runs batted in on the season, 4 home runs, and takes a walk. The fastball runs to the ankles and misses for ball 4. That puts the Huskies at the corners with 2 outs for the 9-hole hitter, Adrian Davis, making his 4th plate appearance of the evening. Already the 6th walk for Larks pitchers tonight. They are averaging 7.3 walks per game this season. That is 2nd worst in the league. The Huskies are right behind them with 6.6 walks per 9 innings, good for 3rd worst in the league. I should say they are ahead of them. Adrian Davis takes strike number 1. So you look at the matchup and you would expect a long game between these two with not many off days. Both teams have an off day tomorrow, so they haven't had one in a while. This is ending a brutal stretch of games for the Huskies. Something like 26 games in 27 days, including a doubleheader mixed in there. Swing and a miss for Davis. He's down 0-2. But Liam Thompson has not walked a batter tonight. Just the 2 hit-by pitches. Slapped the other way on the ground. Tough play in the hole for Oakley. He fields it but has no play. It is an RBI infield single for Adrian Davis on an 0-2 pitch, and a beautiful piece of hitting drives in Callan Halverson, giving the Huskies their 10th run of the game. It's 10-4 now. The approach for the Huskies tonight has been perfect. Multiple occasions they've been swinging away with 2 strikes, slapping it the other way. Davis doing just that, letting his speed give him an infield single. Oakley had no chance, but did stop the ball before it went into the outfield. That forced Tyler Leroy to hold up at 2nd. Back to the top of the lineup for Jake Brill, who's in for Max Coop, and takes ball 1, 78 miles an hour with the curveball, drops down low. Brill singled in his first pinch hit at bat in the 5th. There's 2 outs here on the top of the 6th. Then Bismarck, 10-4 Huskies lead. 2 on, 2 outs. Leroy on 2nd, Davis on 1st. Brill takes a fastball away at 89, and it's 2-0. The corner outfielders, Herring and Hill, are playing towards the gap, so down the line is wide open for Jake Brill. He has some speed. He can fly around the bases, so anything down the line could be a triple. Brill on the 2-0. Outside corner fastball gets the call from Hastings, and it's 2-1. And it's in the dirt. 3-1. So the Larks are the only team in the Northwoods League out of 24 teams that have walked more batters this year than they have struck out. They have more walks than strikeouts as a pitching staff. With a .95 strikeout to walk ratio, everyone in the Northwoods League is over 1, but the Larks are not. And there is a walk to Jake Brill. That loads the bases with 2 outs in the 6th, and the Huskies are looking to pull away here. There's not really many teams that are close to having more walks than strikeouts, but the Larks with 383 walks, that is 32 walks worse than the second team behind them. A team whip approaching 2. It has been a super struggle. There's strike 1 to Jared Medham. And we saw that on hand in game 1 at Wade between these two teams a couple weeks ago. A couple walks in that inning let the Huskies score 11 first inning runs. It was a wire-to-wire win. In the dirt, it gets away from Harrison. Easily scoring is Tyler Leroy. And with that, it is 11-4. Hastings appealed the swing to first. He did not go around, so it's 1-1. Going to second is Brill. And third is Adrian Davis. That's the third run this inning. It's now 8 unanswered for the Huskies since the top of the third, when the Larks led 4-2. High fly ball into right off the bat of Medham. Hill ranges over. He makes that catch barely at his ankles. 2 more for the Huskies, or 3 more for the Huskies this inning. It's 10-4. You're watching Huskies baseball on the Huskies Radio Network. Bottom of the 6th here in Bismarck. It is 11-4 Huskies lead. They've scored 9 unanswered runs after trailing 4-2 at the end of 1. This is Carson Applegate into the game for Liam Thompson, who was in line for the win. Applegate has had 1 good outing this year and 1 very poor outing. Drops in a good breaking ball for strike 2 to Garrett Hill, who's now behind 0-2. Count goes 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch home, fouled off. Applegate kicks and deals home, drops in a slider away. 2-2 to Garrett Hill, who's 0 for 1 with a hit by pitch and a run scored. On the season for Hill, he's 8 for 17. This is his 5th game. It's in the dirt. Full count pitch for Applegate. Delivers inside and a walk to Garrett Hill. Hill aboard for the second time. Brings up Biediger. 11-4 Huskies lead. Again, they've scored 9 unanswered runs after trailing 4-2, looking for their 30th victory of the season. You can close the book on Liam Thompson's line as first pitch from Biediger is sent to right field for a base hit. And with that, the Larks have 2 on, nobody out, so they force Liam Thompson out of the game, who really shut them down. 5 innings, or after the first inning, 5 innings, 4 earned runs, no walks, 4 strikeouts, in line for the win. And in steps Luke Hammond, takes a ball low. 1 for 2 night so far for him. He's at second base this evening. Applegate, a two-way player, fully converted to a PO after not really being a spot in the infield for him. Now down 2-0 to Hammond. Applegate has only made 1 start in the lineup since July 10th. But he has pitched now 3 times since then. High fly ball off the bat of Hammond into right field. Halverson, easy play for him. Tagging is Hill, but he will not go anywhere. And 1 away in the 6th. Well, appearance number 4 for Applegate. 2 1/3, 6 earned runs, but that all came in 1 outing with 5 earned runs against St. Cloud. A game that was really close, 3-4. In the 3rd, Applegate came in after a tough start from Jace James and gave up 5 earned runs, and with that, St. Cloud never looked back. First pitch, a fastball at the ankles to Bradley Preap for ball 1. 12 hits for the Huskies, 6 for the Larks this evening. Larks are looking to inch their way back, at least put some respectable numbers on the scoreboard. Pitching staff has not done its job tonight. 11 runs for Duluth. Fastball elevated out of the zone, 2-0 to Priat. Applegate ready for the 2-0. Couple looks at second, and he kicks and deals towards the plate and misses ball 3 upstairs with the fastball. It's 3-0. Gets a strike call. Two on, nobody out after a walk and a single. Applegate into the game for Liam Thompson with a 7-run lead. Focusing on the plate, 3-1 is swung on and fouled off the front foot. Looked like it hit a body part of Priap. He's a little shaken up. Count goes 3-2. So a little bit delay as Priap fighting off that. He's a little shaken up after it, getting hit by a pitch. And now that pitch runs in and hits Priap on a 3-2 fastball on the front shoulder. So he's getting beat up this at-bat. Loads the bases with one man out. Marcus Pointer would like to avoid using too many pitchers. In the air towards the plate, Applegate fields and goes home. They get the lead runner. And a big time out for Carson Applegate as he uses his infield defense there to get the ball to Leroy for out number 2. So Hill is caught at the plate. Harrison retired. It's been a tough go of things for him. He's 0 for 3. So Applegate a chance to get out of the inning unscathed. First pitch, a check swing for Dante Leach. Didn't go around, 1-0. And it's into right field, a base hit off of the bat of Leach. 1 run scores, and the Larks are back on the board. It's 11-5. Scoring is Biediger. Priap and Harrison each advance, and it's 11-5. So back to the top of the lineup, and it's certainly a dangerous spot for Carson Applegate as he faces the Larks' best hitter in Jack Herring, who takes a changeup upstairs for ball 1. 2 for 3 night for Herring. A double and a single with a ground out sandwiched between them. (1-0), Applegate deals home. Fastball away. And it's 2-0. Gotta get a strike in there if you're Carson. There it is. Fastball outside corner. That is foul just down the left field line. Herring, the lefty, went the other way and is now down the count 2-2. Applegate looking to leave the bases loaded. Herring at the plate, the Larks' best hitter. Applegate looks on. Deuces pitch home. He blows it by him with the fastball at 89. Carson Applegate allows 1 run but leaves the bases loaded with Larks. We go to the 7th inning. Huskies in front 11-5 on the Huskies Radio Network. Top of the 7th. As Brandon Compton digs in. Fouls one off. (11-5) game. Compton takes away 1-1. One and two, foul ball. This is Chris Jackson pitching from Fort Hays State University. Look out, up and in.